Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. These are the desserts. I'm currently working on the cakes. Today's cake is called Dela's Apple Cake. Today's recipe is ideal for autumn. I have no idea who Dela was. This recipe was in my grandma's collection, so more than likely Dela was one of my grandma's lady friends. Back in the day when luncheons were the thing, Grandma loved playing the hostess, but she would often ask her friends for their recipes, but she never shared her recipes with anyone except me. Privileges of being the granddaughter. I have never eaten this cake before. I have never made this cake before. It has warm spices, so it seems ideal for fall. So we start off with 2 cups of apples cut, and they have been tossed in a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'll turn this down so you can see. I used golden delicious apples, and they're kind of small, so it took 3 apples to get 2 cups. So this is a piece of a seed. Okay, so this is 3 apples cut up. That equals 2 cups, and I sprinkled a 1/4 cup of sugar on them, and then tossed them in the sugar. And they've been sitting, kind of macerating in the sugar, while I was getting everything else ready. So we'll set those aside for a few moments. What we're going to do is sift together our flour, soda, salt, and spices. So here's our flour. This is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. Okay, and then we're going to sift these together. Okay, set that aside. To our apples, we're going to add 1/2 cup of oil, 1 cup of nuts, and these are pecans. Those are generally my go-to. Give things a stir. And now we're going to add an egg to that. Just one. All right, so we'll add the egg to that. Next, I'm going to add the flour mixture to our apples. Which I'm going to do it the other way because it's a bigger bowl. So I'm going to add my apples to my flour and my spices. All right, combine these. Make sure that the flour gets thoroughly incorporated. You don't want clumps of flour. See what it tastes good. I think that looks good. All right, let me get my baking pan. This recipe says to turn into a well-greased and floured baking dish. It doesn't say what size. I went with a 9x9. I didn't grease and flour it, but I did use pan spray. They thoroughly pan sprayed it. So now we're going to put our cake mixture into the pan and spread it out. I think I picked a good size. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven for about it says an hour, but I'm going to check it sooner than that because it's kind of a small pan, so I don't want to overbake it. I can always add more time to it. Okay, so I'm back. The cake is out of the oven. I've let it cool completely. It took about 30 minutes to bake. I checked it at 25 minutes. I put another 5 because it actually came out, the toothpick came out clean, but I wanted it a little bit browner. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this down so you can see what I've got. Let's go ahead and cut a piece out. It came out fairly clean. We got a little breakage right there. So here's the finished product. This very much reminds me of Aunt Lois's fresh apple cake, which I did a few recipes back. I think what I'll do is I will include, hi sweetie, a link to Aunt Lois's apple cake in the comments along with this cake so that you know, as a comparison. The things that I think are different on this one from the other one, this one has nuts. I don't believe the other one did. And the spices are different. The other one has cinnamon. This is allspice and nutmeg. And we'll do a taste test. So this looks like a perfect sample size bite for me. Let's go fingers. Hang on a second. Let's try some of this. Let's try another bite. I taste the allspice and the nutmeg. It's very crumbly. It's kind of dry. I like Aunt Lois's apple cake better than this one. Not my favorite. I have a little visitor right over here. She's keeping me company right now. So granddaughter privilege is not the only reason why I have my grandma's recipe collection. When grandma was still alive, she would say, when I go, I want you to have, and when I would say, actually, I just want your cookbooks and your recipes, because those are things you can't replace. One day when my aunt was cleaning out my grandma's house, I got a phone call from my aunt. She said, if there's anything you want, come get it now, because I'm getting rid of everything. So I went and got grandma's cookbooks and her recipes. So grandma's apparently one of those people who didn't believe in writing in her books. So I have no idea what recipes are the good ones, except there was a little recipe card file, and that's where I found this recipe. Next time I will be going back to chocolate, but then you can't really go wrong with chocolate. If you have any questions or the feedback from me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do enjoy hearing from you. If you do give this a try, please drop an emoji into the comments to let me know what you think of this, good, bad, or ugly. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel to continue to grow. Thank you for joining me on my journey through the desserts and the cakes. I still have a few more photos from my vacation to share with you. It helps me to savor the memories of my vacations. I will see you again next time. Bye.